We all know the feeling. You are building to an important point, and suddenly, someone jumps in. For a split second, you lose your place. This happens constantly in groups. Conversations derail as multiple speakers fight for the floor. Social anxieties bubble up, and subtle power dynamics dictate who gets to talk. Today, we are building your meeting engagement action plan. Step by step, we will diagnose the subconscious conversational habits that hold you back and deploy targeted strategies to repair them. Before we go any further, grab a notebook and a pen. You will need them to follow along and build your personalized framework. Hearing is a passive physical reflex. Active listening requires a systematic effort to map another person's thought process in real time. Controlling that process is the primary tool for commanding attention and building influence. Step 1 is identifying your listening pitfalls. These are the subconscious cognitive habits that actively sabotage your ability to absorb information. The first pitfall is prejudging. This occurs when you decide you already know what the speaker will say, and you stop processing their opening premise. The second is rehearsing a response. Instead of tracking the speaker's current point, your working memory shifts entirely to silently drafting your counterargument. The third is selective listening. This is filtering an incoming message to extract only specific data points that confirm your existing bias or personal agenda. This notebook page shows our 3 categories: prejudging, rehearsing, and selective listening. Write them down now and circle the one you fall victim to the most frequently. Identifying your personal pitfall creates the self-awareness required to stop the automatic filtering of data. Without this internal diagnosis, external listening techniques are simply performed on top of a distorted signal. With your pitfall identified, we move to physical presence. Physical posture acts as a physiological trigger that regulates mental focus and determines how much of a conversation you actually absorb. We routinely slip into a low-involvement state. A slumped posture, an indirect body orientation, and averted eyes all signal to your nervous system that it is safe to check out. This comparison shows the shift to a high-involvement state. You achieve this through a slight forward lean, squaring your torso directly toward the speaker, and maintaining sustained eye contact. Do not try to imitate these behaviors without intent. Relying on cliched verbal agreements, like throwing in a periodic yeah or right, fails completely if your body remains withdrawn. When you align your physical posture with your verbal attention, you anchor your brain in the present moment. This establishes a baseline of respect and authority. Your body is set. Now we change how you process speech. Your operational role in a meeting is to act as an objective summarizer rather than a combative debater. Phase 1 of this process requires your pen. Take minimalistic, keyword-only notes. Attempting to transcribe dialogue word for word will quickly overload your working memory. Phase 2 is the paraphrase. When the speaker finishes, repeat their core message back to them using natural language. This diagram maps the active listening loop. The final step is the confirm, where you explicitly ask if your summary is accurate. Appending the confirmation question directly to your paraphrase positions you as a collaborator. This ensures the speaker feels understood rather than interrogated. Executing this loop systematically neutralizes cyclic arguments. It guarantees total baseline comprehension before any new variables are introduced to the group. Even with a strict system, focus occasionally breaks. An interruption is usually a failure of emotional containment, anxiety or a racing mind discharging outward. Your primary internal defense against this is practicing a deliberate pause. You have to train yourself to tolerate the uncomfortable silence between thoughts. Stepping on someone's words will inevitably happen. When it does, you must deploy an immediate repair mechanism. Say exactly this: "Sorry, I cut you off. Please finish your thought." Deploying this precise repair script accomplishes 2 things at once. It fixes the social error, and it instantly rebuilds the conversational contract to reestablish trust. Take a look at your notebook. You have successfully built a tangible, systematic framework for meeting engagement. We have covered 4 operational pillars: naming your specific cognitive pitfall, adopting the forward-leaning posture, looping the paraphrase, and memorizing your repair script. Now we run the prerequisites check. Identify one upcoming group meeting on your schedule to use as your testing ground. Here's your mandate. In that specific meeting, deploy exactly one physical posture adjustment, and execute one complete listening loop. Leadership depends on the deliberate mechanics of collective attention. Mastering these interaction patterns allows a group to function as a single, coordinated intelligence.